Imagine for a moment that another version of you exists in a parallel reality, keenly observing every choice you make, every path you choose to walk. What if this version, residing in a different timeline, is actively trying to reach out to you, sending subtle cues and insights? The concept of parallel realities might sound like something ripped from a sci-fi blockbuster, but quantum physics suggests that the reality we experience is merely one of countless possibilities. Each decision you make, every fleeting thought, potentially aligns you with one of these numerous realities. In every single one, a version of you thrives, some living extraordinary lives, others navigating unique challenges. Yet, all these versions share an undeniable, profound connection with you. But what if you could consciously tap into these alternative versions of yourself? What profound insights might they offer? What wisdom could they impart? Grasping the existence of these parallel realities isn't just about satisfying curiosity. It's a profound journey towards self-discovery and spiritual evolution. As you begin to explore this connection, entirely new ways of perceiving your life, your choices, and your untapped potential will naturally unfold. Connecting with these parallel versions of yourself can be a powerful tool for personal growth. It's like accessing a vast reservoir of accumulated wisdom from a version of you that might have already conquered the very obstacles you face today, or perhaps learning from a self that lives in complete harmony with the universe, embodying an elevated expression of your potential. Each of these versions has something valuable to contribute, a fresh perspective, a vital lesson, or even a clear direction. As you begin to energetically align with these versions, you not only transform your current reality, but also awaken to a boundless field of infinite possibilities. Today, we'll uncover the subtle signals your parallel self might be sending and learn how to establish communication. Join us on a deep and transformative expedition where understanding parallel realities can become the key to unlocking a more conscious, abundant life, perfectly aligned with your true purpose. Unpacking parallel realities, spiritual and scientific perspectives. Parallel realities are a captivating notion that, from a spiritual viewpoint, suggests the universe is comprised of infinite, coexisting dimensions. Each of these dimensions contains distinct versions of ourselves, living lives that mirror the endless possibilities our choices, thoughts, and energies can manifest. Spiritually, it's believed these multiple realities are created through universal consciousness, where every thought and intention branches out, forming a new reality where a version of us experiences a different narrative. In some of these realities, we might be living our dream life, while in others, we encounter diverse challenges, all shaped by the vibrations and choices we emit at various points in our existence. Quantum physics, on the other hand, offers a complementary perspective, proposing that the universe operates within a field of limitless possibilities. The concept of quantum superposition implies that subatomic particles, and by extension, reality itself, can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This suggests that, at a fundamental level, all conceivable realities already exist concurrently, and our consciousness, through its decisions and energies, collapses these possibilities into the single reality we experience. So, we can confidently say that the existence of multiple versions of ourselves in different realities isn't merely an esoteric theory. It's an idea that resonates deeply with both spiritual and scientific realms. Each version of ourselves represents a fragment of our infinite potential, living realities that, though separated by subtle frequency barriers, are profoundly interconnected by the very consciousness that brings them into being. These versions of us, dwelling in distinct realities, aren't disconnected. Quite the contrary. They may be constantly endeavoring to communicate with us, transmitting signs and messages that can illuminate our path and guide our decisions. But how do we recognize these signals? How can we tell if a version of ourselves in another reality is trying to communicate? Let's delve into the most common signs that may indicate this profound connection. Decoding the whispers. Signs from your parallel self. Have you ever had the peculiar sensation that a specific moment feels strangely familiar, as if you've already lived it? This phenomenon, known as déjà vu, might be far more than just a fleeting mental trick. In many instances, déjà vu is a direct indication that you are momentarily synchronized with a parallel version of yourself. It's as if, for a brief flicker, the boundaries between realities dissolve, allowing you to glimpse and experience another version of you has already lived. Beyond this feeling, synchronicities, those incredibly meaningful coincidences that seem too perfectly aligned to be accidental, can be unmistakable signs that a parallel version is attempting to communicate with you. When you repeatedly encounter certain numbers, symbols, or events, it can suggest that something greater is at play. These synchronicities serve as a potent reminder that parallel realities are interconnected in ways we often don't consciously perceive. It's as if the version of you in another reality is gently guiding your steps, utilizing these coincidences as a mode of communication. For example, imagine you're contemplating a career change and suddenly start noticing the same symbol, perhaps a specific logo or a particular word, appearing repeatedly in various places, on advertisements, social media, even in casual conversations. This repetition could be a subtle way for a version of you, in a reality where this change has already occurred, to point you in a beneficial direction. It's an invitation to pay close attention to the signs around you and consider what they might be attempting to reveal. Another powerful indicator of this communication is through dreams. Dreams are not only conduits to our subconscious, but can also serve as windows to other realities. Particularly vivid dreams, those that feel strikingly real and leave a lasting impression, can be manifestations of experiences lived by parallel versions of yourself. When you dream of a life that seems different, yet oddly familiar, or encounter individuals you don't know in your waking life, you may be accessing memories or experiences from another version of yourself. Lucid dreaming, where you become aware that you are dreaming and can even exert control within the dream, is an even more potent sign. During these lucid states, you can consciously connect directly with other realities and actively explore these alternative versions of yourself. The crucial element here is to pay meticulous attention to the details of these dreams. The locations, the people, the emotions they evoke. They may carry important messages, guiding your choices or alerting you to aspects of your life that demand attention. For instance, if you repeatedly dream of a situation where you're living a life you deeply desire but haven't yet achieved, this could signify that this reality already exists in another dimension and is within your grasp. Interpreting these dreams requires deep introspection and often meditation upon waking to truly capture the essence of what was experienced. A further sign is moments when you experience a feeling of being out of place, as if the reality around you doesn't quite fit. This phenomenon, often described as a sensation of being out of time or disconnected from your surroundings, can signal that you are momentarily tuned into a parallel version of yourself. This subtle disconnect from the present can happen suddenly, as if for a brief instant you don't fully recognize your environment or have the impression that you should be somewhere else. While these experiences can be disorienting, they also indicate that realities are overlapping and your consciousness is adjusting to these different frequencies. For example, you might be in a familiar setting but suddenly feel that something is amiss, like experiencing a temporary lapse between realities. This feeling can be a subtle message from a parallel version of you, prompting reflection on your current position and where you could be if you had taken a different path or made a different decision. Intuition is yet another undeniable sign. We've all experienced those moments of strong intuition, that inner voice that nudges us towards something without an apparent logical reason. But what if these powerful intuitions are actually forms of communication from a parallel version of you, trying to guide you onto the right path? These intuitions can manifest as an irresistible feeling that something needs to be done, even if you don't fully comprehend why. It's as if a part of you in another reality, where the choice has already been made, is sending you a clear message to act in a certain way. In addition to these intuitive nudges, sudden shifts in behavior, where you begin acting differently without a clear explanation, can be signs that a parallel version of you has influenced your current reality. Perhaps you start adopting new habits, developing new interests, or even making changes in your daily routine without fully understanding the origin of these shifts. This can be a reflection of a deeper connection with a version of you that has already integrated these behaviors and is now projecting this energy into your current life. Aligning your energy, connecting with your parallel selves. Once you start noticing the signs of communication between your parallel versions, the natural next step is to learn how to align your energy to make this connection clearer and more potent. Vibrational attunement is a practice that can be cultivated daily, allowing us to draw closer to these alternative versions and integrate their lessons into our present life. Everything in the universe is energy, and this energy vibrates at distinct frequencies. Every thought, emotion, and action you take emits a specific vibration that resonates with certain realities. When we speak of parallel realities, we're referring to distinct vibrational states that coexist simultaneously. The version of you that lives a life of abundance and inner peace, for example, vibrates at a higher frequency that naturally attracts these experiences. To align with this version, it's crucial to understand that your vibrational frequency isn't static. It can be elevated or lowered based on the quality of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Basic techniques to elevate your vibration include practices like gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion. When you cultivate these feelings, you raise your frequency, drawing you closer to versions of yourself that already live in more harmonious states. For instance, by practicing daily gratitude, you tune your energy to a reality where abundance is already a natural part of your life. This simple yet powerful practice can revolutionize the way you experience your current reality, bringing you closer to the version of you that is already living in a state of fulfillment. However, raising your vibration is a continuous process, and consistency is key to maintaining this attunement with your parallel versions. Therefore, incorporating daily routines that sustain a high frequency is fundamental. These practices can include meditation, physical exercise, mindful eating, and even the conscious selection of words and thoughts throughout your day. Meditation, for instance, not only calms the mind but also helps to cleanse negative frequencies that might be obstructing the connection with your higher versions. Similarly, maintaining a diet rich in natural and nutritious foods contributes to physical and mental well-being, creating a cleaner and more receptive energy field. The intention with which you perform these practices is equally vital. It's not enough to mechanically follow a routine. You need to bring a conscious intention to align your energy with the version of you that you wish to manifest. Every habit you adopt should be viewed as a deliberate step toward this desired reality, like a bridge connecting your present with your maximum potential. In this process, meditation becomes an exceptionally powerful tool because it allows you to enter altered states of consciousness where the barriers between different realities become thinner. If you desire to manifest more peace and harmony in your life during meditation, you can visualize yourself in a serene environment, feeling utterly calm and at peace. Allow yourself to fully absorb this sensation, as if you were already living this reality. Over time, this practice will align your vibration with this version of you, making this experience more present in your daily life. But none of these practices will be fully effective without a deep level of perception and awareness. It's crucial that you consciously observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to ensure they are in harmony with the frequency you wish to emit. Self-awareness allows you to identify negative patterns that may be keeping you trapped in an undesirable reality. That's why practicing self-observation to increase your self-awareness is so important. Try to dedicate a few minutes each day to reflect on how you're feeling and what thoughts are dominating your mind. Ask yourself if these thoughts and emotions are aligned with the version of you that you wish to manifest. If they are not, make conscious adjustments, replacing negative patterns with positive ones. Integrating the wisdom, transforming your reality. It's from this attunement in your energy that you begin to perceive signs and messages that seem to emanate from a place both profound and familiar, yet simultaneously mysterious. However, interpreting these messages requires a blend of self-awareness, intuition, and consistent practice. When we encounter signs from our parallel versions, our initial reaction might be doubt or confusion. As discussed, these signs can manifest in various forms: a recurring dream, a persistent feeling of déjà vu, synchronicities that defy logic, or even sudden intuitive insights. The key to interpreting these signs lies in the practice of conscious observation and unwavering trust in your intuition. Interpreting these perceived messages and signs begins with recognizing and validating these experiences. So, don't dismiss what might seem like a simple coincidence or a strange dream. Instead, jot down these experiences, reflect on them, and observe the patterns that may emerge over time. For example, if you consistently dream about a particular place or person, it could indicate that a version of you in another reality is attempting to guide you to a similar experience in your current life. You can also utilize meditation as a tool to delve into these signs in a deeper state of consciousness. For instance, during meditation, focus on the specific sign or message you received and allow your intuition to guide you toward its deeper meaning. Intuition plays a crucial role in interpreting these signs. Often, the message may not make immediate logical sense, but your intuition can offer invaluable insights into its true meaning. So, trust your inner voice and the feeling that accompanies these experiences. If something feels right or resonates deeply with you, it's highly probable that you are on the right path to correctly interpret that message. After interpreting the signs received, the next logical step is to integrate the lessons learned into your daily life. This integration doesn't need to be instantaneous. It can occur gradually as you become more aware of the changes that need to be made. Applying these messages received from your parallel version means being open to new ways of acting, thinking, and feeling. If a parallel version of you is guiding you to take a specific path, consider how you can adapt that advice to your current reality. For example, if you feel a strong intuition to change careers, even if it seems daunting, this could be the vital push you need to align your life with your higher purpose. Another practical example might be the persistent feeling that you should explore a new hobby or skill. This feeling could be a message from a version of you that has already mastered this skill and is experiencing immense joy and fulfillment through it. When you follow this guidance, you not only expand your capabilities, but also connect more profoundly with that parallel version of yourself. The importance of integrating these messages lies in how they can cultivate a more authentic and aligned life. Every small adjustment you make, every decision guided by these insights, brings you closer to the ideal version of yourself that already exists in another reality. The process of aligning with your parallel versions and applying their messages in your daily life can be viewed as a continuous path of personal and spiritual growth. Each new understanding, each shift in behavior, each decision made based on these messages propels you toward a higher version of yourself. This alignment not only accelerates your growth, but also expands your consciousness beyond the limits of what you previously believed possible. You begin to realize that your current reality is just one of many, and that you possess the power to choose which one you wish to inhabit, based on the frequencies you emit and the choices you make. With every step you take, new doors swing open, revealing more profound layers of your true essence. Aligning with your parallel versions not only guides you toward a more fulfilling life, but also connects you more deeply with the inherent unity of the universe, where all versions of you coexist in harmony. Through this integration, you are not merely shaping your reality, you are evolving as a conscious being, opening yourself to infinite possibilities for growth and profound fulfillment. Therefore, every message received, every sign interpreted, every decision made becomes a potent catalyst for a life that truly reflects who you are in all your glorious dimensions. The journey to connecting with your parallel selves is one of continuous discovery and profound transformation. By recognizing the subtle signs and actively aligning your energy, you unlock a universe of potential within yourself. What insights have you gained today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might just be the sign someone else needs to hear. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more transformative content. Until next time, keep exploring the infinite possibilities within.